are going to be problems 41, 46, and 68. So problem 41, a sub 1 equals 3/5, a sub k plus 1 equals negative 1/10 plus a sub k. Write the first 5 terms, find the common difference, and write the formula for a sub n. Now, I'm going to cheat a little bit here, and I'm going to go ahead and write a sub 1 in a slightly different way, just to make my life a little bit easier. This recursive formula tells me that I'm really adding a negative 1/10 or subtracting 1/10. Wouldn't it be easier if we were looking at this being, instead of 3/5, 6/10? Because that's what it is. What does that make the next term? Well, simply put, we're subtracting 1/10, right? We're adding a negative 1/10. So 5/10, 4/10, 3/10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2/10. Now you could reduce all these fractions, right? But you don't have to. 2/10, just like that. Okay? Now, find the common difference. So the common difference, well, they gave that to us. That is equal to d equals negative 1/10, which implies that we're subtracting. It's going down by 1/10. And then the formula for a sub n. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use the a sub n. Oops. Equals the first term, aka 3/5 or 6/10. I'm just going to go ahead and use 3/5 plus, and now I'm going to go ahead and make this minus just to make my life a little easier. The reason I'm making it minus is because my common difference is 1/10. So then times, oops, there we go, 1/10. And that would be the formula for a sub n. Number 46. Find the missing term in the arithmetic sequence. A sub 1 is equal to negative 0.7. A sub 2 is equal to negative 13.8. So what I'm going to do first off is figure out the common difference. So the common difference, to go from negative 7 to negative 13.8, I'm decreasing rapidly. How much am I decreasing rapidly by? Why? Negative 13.1. So my common difference, d, is equal to negative 13.1. What does that mean? I could now write a formula. That is, I could write the explicit formula. A sub n equals negative 0.7. Now, let's not go plus a negative. Let's just go minus, because this is a negative. N minus 1 times 13.1. That means if I want to find a sub 8, all I have to do is copy the same formula. I can do, except I'm going to plug in, 8 for that value. In the end, when you run the numbers, a sub 8, oops, we're having some technical difficulties here. A sub 8, let's try this again. A sub, cooperate now thing. A sub 8 equals negative 98. That's it. And the last one we're going to talk about for this video is problem number 68. Find the partial sum for the given value of n, which means that we're being asked to find s sub 12. What does that mean? We need to figure out the common difference, and we need to figure out the number of terms. Well, actually, we don't need to figure out the number of terms. We know it's going to be 12 divided by 2. Remember, it's number of terms divided by 2 always, times the first term plus the last term. Now, we don't know what that is quite yet. Let's leave a little bit of space here, and that will give us our sum. So to figure that out, what we need to do is actually then write, well, you guessed it, or maybe you didn't guess. I don't know. Let's find out, right? Now what we're going to have to do now is write the explicit formula and then plug in 12. So we're going to have to figure out a sub n, and then we know that that is 4.2 plus, now to go from 4.2 to 3.7, I would argue that we're decreasing, right? Decreasing by 0.5. That is, we're subtracting 0.5 each time. Just like that. So what does that mean for our formula? Well, that means that, let's change this to a minus, and n minus 1 times 0. Let's go ahead and throw a times operator in there, 0.5. So then what we can do is, that's right, I can go ahead and just copy this, except I can plug in the different values, or the value that I need, which in this case is 12. So what happens is, this becomes 12, and this becomes 12. When I figure out what a sub 12 is, a sub 12, that equals negative 1.3. Now that means then I can take and add in, that is plus a negative 1.3. So remember, the sum in general, partial sum, is the first plus the last, did decrease, so that makes some sense, times the number of terms, that's the 12, divided by 2. In the end, if you run the numbers correctly, you should get 17.4. And that, as they say, is that. Thank you.